Hello, and welcome once again to the exciting, fast-paced world of insurance. My name is Chauncey Porter, and the name of my company is Porter Insurance Professionals. We are the We Make Medicare Simple people. And I want to thank you for tuning in today. And if you've been watching any of my videos, you know we've been talking now for a while about Medicare Advantage plans and a little bit about Medicare Supplement plans. Today, we're going to be wrapping the video up with the different types of Medicare Advantage programs. I've been doing this for a long time, and this question never ceases. I always get this question from existing members that I've signed up, or even people that I'm just talking to just on the spur of the moment. People always ask me, hey, well, listen, Mr. Porter, you signed me up for this plan, and my sister got the same thing, or my church member got the same thing, and they ain't paying nothing for that. They go to the doctors for free. They got the food card, and I ain't got nothing like that on mine. Why they got this and I don't? Well, it's simple, because that person, they may have the same company that you have, but they have a completely different plan. There's a couple of different types of Medicare Advantage programs. They have what I like to call your standard run-of-the-mill Medicare Advantage plans. These are the plans that you don't have to have any qualifications to get. All you have to have is just regular Medicare, and they all are going to work the same. You join them, they're going to have co-pays, and they're going to give you some dental, some vision, and then they also are going to give you your prescription drug coverage. Those are your standard programs. You also have what are called special needs programs, and you got a couple of them. You have your chronic special needs plans designed for people that have elevated health conditions. So chronic conditions such as diabetes, heart conditions, and so forth. Those plans are area specific and company specific. They're not readily available everywhere. And then you have your dual special needs plans, which are plans designed for people that have full Medicaid and Medicare. Those are everywhere. Every company has those. You have to qualify to get them. And you also have institutionalized special needs plans. We're not going to get into those. I'm going to talk more so about the dual special needs plans and the chronic special needs plans, because those are the ones that are common, and those are the ones that are different from your standard regular Medicare Advantage plans. Now, again, with the dual plans, you have to qualify for both of these plans. You have to qualify for the chronic special needs plans based on your health, and you have to qualify for a dual special needs plan based on you having Medicaid. When you have Medicaid and Medicare, that does make you consider dual, because you have Medicare, which is your red, white, and blue card, that's federal, and you qualify for the state coverage as well, which is based on your income. When you have both of those, you are a candidate to get what's called a dual special needs Medicare Advantage plan. That plan is not going to cost you anything. It's not going to have a premium. It's not going to have any co-pays, because it's being taken care of by the state. And it's also going to have the elevated dental and vision benefits and the food card and utility assistance and things of that nature, because you have to have that qualification in order to get that particular plan. So as a regular standard Medicare Advantage plan, where you just have to have regular Medicare A and B to get, it may have $2,000 worth of dental or $1,500 worth of dental. But a plan that's designed for someone that has full Medicaid benefits, that plan may have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of dental. And it's also going to have more vision, and it's also going to have the food card and utility assistance, because those are the benefits that are associated with the Medicaid qualification. And that comes from the state. And you have to have that in order to get that type of plan. There's zero copays. You don't pay anything going to any of your doctors. You don't have a Medicare Part B premium, because the state is paying for all of that. Just like if that person was on regular Medicare, it's paying for all of that stuff on regular Medicare, the premium, the deductibles. Therefore, when you get a Medicare Advantage plan, it's being paid for as well by the state, and you get these additional benefits. I know the next question. Well, how do I get Medicaid, Mr. Porter? Because I get that all the time too. It's simple. With Medicaid, again, you have to qualify for it. So there's a couple of different ways you can qualify. So this is, if you've been following my videos, you know I'm big on Medicare.gov. This is where you want to go to get this is where you want to start to get all of your information. And this may be the only site that you have to use, but Medicare.gov is where you want to go. Now, these Medicaid programs coming from the state, when you are on Medicaid from your prospective state and you are on Medicare A and B, the Medicaid equivalent for someone that's on Medicare A and B is called QMB. That stands for Qualified Medicare Beneficiary. Now, if you go to Medicare.gov, you can click your state and it'll show you the guidelines and it'll also tell you how to apply. But just to make it simple for you, when you're going through anything through the state, go through your Department of Human Services, and there's also an 800 number for the state that you can call where they can help you out as well. But for all intents and purposes, what I'm going to show you is just a basic guideline for my state, which is Tennessee. For an individual to qualify for QMB Medicaid or QMB, their monthly income has to be below $1,235. You can also not have resources exceeding $9,090. This is what is considered. These are what are considered as resources: money in the bank, retirement, stocks, and bonds. They look at all of that. What they don't look at is your home. If you have one car, they don't look at that. But if you got several cars, they will take that into consideration. Your burial plot, and up to $1,500 for burial expenses, furniture, and personal items. They don't look at that, but they look heavily at money in the bank, your income, stocks and bonds, and land. It doesn't say that here, but land is a big deal. They do look at land. I've had clients that met the income regiments, that met the income restraints, but they had acres of land and they couldn't get it. So they look at things of that nature. But if you want to know, just go through your Department of Human Services and let them talk to you. But this is a Medicare savings program, qualified Medicare beneficiary for a married couple. The monthly income requirement is below $1,663 with resources of $13,630. So again, if you qualify to get this particular program, then everything with your Medicare associated with your Medicare is paid for by the state. Your Part B premium, your deductible, everything is paid for. That puts you in position of where you can get one of those dual special needs Medicare Advantage plans that has all of those additional benefits on it. Now, the next step down is specified low income Medicare beneficiary. That's called SLMB. And SLMB is basically, I call this partial Medicaid. That's not official, but that's just what I call it, because your income can be a little bit higher to get this. Your income has to be below $1,500, $1,478 to be exact on a monthly basis. Resources are still the same, but what SLMB is going to do, that's going to pay your Medicare Part B premium, but nothing else. You still are affected by the 20%, by the deductibles. You're still responsible for all of those medical out-of-pocket costs. You still have that. What SLMB is going to do, it's only going to pay your Medicare Part B premium. That's SLMB. You also have a program called QI, or QI1, it may be called that. It does basically the same thing as SLMB. It's a very similar program where it's going to pay your Medicare Part B premium, and that's it. So these are the main types of programs that you can get from the state. You have QMB, SLMB, and QI, and then you also have qualified disabled and working individuals. I'm not really going to go into that one too much, but these are the main ones you're going to be running into for the most part. You either are going to be QMB or SLMB, or you may just be able to get extra help, which is different. Extra help is, as I said, extra help. It basically lowers the out-of-pocket cost on your prescription drug coverage. This does not do anything for you on your medical coverage. It does not do anything on your Part B premium. It does not do anything on your medical costs. Typically, when you have either one of these programs, QMB or SLMB, usually you also have LIS as well. That usually comes along with it because it's an income-based program as well. And what that does is, again, it simply just lowers the out-of-pocket costs on your prescription drugs. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. But if you're taking a lot of medications, this is a big deal because this can make your medicines almost free, or close to free if you qualify for this program. They go on an annual basis. So the annual income has to be less than $21,870, resources of $16,600. For a married couple, your income has to be less than $30,000. It's $29,500. Income resources of $33,200. They have different levels of qualification for LIS. You have LIS 100% premium assist at level 1, and then it just goes down from there based on your income. And whatever level of LIS you qualify for, well, that determines how much you pay for your medicines. It's a very, very helpful tool, a helpful benefit to have if you, again, are taking some medications, because this could lower the cost of your insulin from $35 to maybe even $3 or something like that, depending on your level of qualification. So with these Medicare Advantage programs, with QMB, that's full Medicaid. That's going to put you in a position to get a fully dual DNSP plan. However, if you do not have QMB, if you just have SLMB, or if you just have extra help, then traditionally the way these plans work is almost an all or nothing type deal. Either you have to have full QMB Medicaid, which means you can get a dual plan and you pay nothing for, or you're going to a plan where you can get on it with just having regular Medicare A and B. That's not always fair. I've never been a big fan of that, because with SLMB and LIS, I call those gray area benefits, where you have more qualifications than somebody that has just regular Medicare, but you don't have full QMB. So you're kind of in that gray area where you really don't need a plan when you're paying a lot of co-pays, but you can't qualify to get on a plan that has no co-pays. You really want to, this is where a good agent will come into play for you, because these particular programs are not everywhere. They're few and far between, but some carriers actually have plans designed for people that have that gray area benefit, that have 100% LIS level 1, people that have SLMB. Some carriers have plans designed for people with those benefits, where you can sign up for those particular plans and you still won't have any co-pays going to your doctors. You have to look for them. A good agent can come into play and really help you find those particular plans. They're not everywhere. They are area specific. Not every carrier has them, but some do. If you have that type of benefit, or if you're not sure if you have that benefit, get with an agent. Give me a call. I'd love to be able to help you out to dig around and see what you have, and then look at your area to see if they have something that fits your need. Because if you can find something, if you are in a position where I've helped countless people that have just SLMB or just LIS at 100%, that were on plans where they were paying the full co-pays, $35 for a specialist and $200 a day or $300 a day for the hospital. And I was able to help them find these particular plans that fit that, what I call a gray area benefit, that lowered, or in some situations eliminated that benefit, eliminated that copay on that benefit altogether. So these plans, they're out there. So just because you don't have full QMB Medicaid, don't get discouraged, because there still may be a plan out there that can lower your out-of-pocket costs. Also, if you don't have LIS or Medicaid and you feel like you will qualify, well, you can fill out an application from the Social Security Administration. This is for the extra help. This can simply be done online. You can do it yourself. I can do it for you, or a family member can do this for you. You just simply go to this website, the socialsecurity.gov, or just go get online and type in Extra Help Application, Social Security Administration, SSA. This website is going to come up. You click Start Application, and it's going to take you to this page right here. You can fill out your own Extra Help application. Now, what the Social Security Administration typically does, and they were good about doing this before COVID, now it's kind of hit and miss, but what the Social Security Administration typically does, when you fill out this application for extra help, they usually forward that information over to the state if they feel like you'll qualify for any type of state benefits. Because keep in mind, the extra help is a Social Security benefit. That's strictly for your medicines. The Medicaid benefit comes from the state. Usually the Social Security Administration will forward this application over to the state, and you'll get letters from the Social Security Administration that has this logo on it telling what you got and what you qualify for. And then usually you'll get a letter from the state as well. But if for whatever reason they don't forward your application over to the state, if you feel like you qualify for a Medicaid benefit, you can also just, like I said, go down to your Department of Human Services, fill out the application, go to Medicare.gov. They'll have phone numbers here where you can call your state and just simply apply for the Medicaid program, or you can call myself. I can help you out. I may have to look up some information on your particular state, but I can help you out. And typically, if you're applying for Medicaid over the phone, here's how the process has been in Tennessee for people that I have helped get on this. They take you through a preliminary phone application where they basically just see if you qualify. Once they do that, they're going to send you out an application. That application is going to be requiring hard information like printed out bank statements, light bill, phone bill, things of that nature, driver's license, copies of insurance cards, whatever they ask you for, you send that back. It takes about 30 days or so for them to make a decision. They never call you. The Social Security Administration, neither does the state. They will not call you. They're going to always respond back to you in the form of a letter. And if you're going through an insurance person such as myself, neither of us work for the state or the Social Security Administration. If they tell you that, you might want to look a little deeper into that person, because I don't know any brokers that work for the state as well. Usually that's a conflict of interest. So again, I can help you with these things. I can show you the guidelines, and I can do that application for you. But once we do that, if you decide to go through myself or another agent, it's out of our hands. They're going to communicate and correspond directly with you via mail. So it's very important to be on the lookout for anything that comes in the mail. So again, you guys, that's pretty much it. That in a nutshell is why your friend gets the food card and you don't. So it's because they have a special qualification that you don't have. So again, I thank you guys for your time watching these videos. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, if it's something that I did not address, hit me in the comment box. Leave me a comment, send me a voicemail, call me on my 800 number, 1-844-300-0011. Just give me a call, reach out to me. I don't mind making a video looking into whatever you need to be addressed, or just give me a call and we can talk about it on the phone. Once again, thank you for your time. I'll see you on the next video.